Things we wish Jesus hadn't said. My name is David Madison, the 16th of January 2021, and this is episode 40 in a series of videos on that topic. I have a graduate degree in theology and a PhD in biblical studies, but I have to hand it to Mark Twain. He got it right when he said that the best cure for Christianity is reading the Bible. So let's take a close look and see why Mark Twain was absolutely correct. I have put the negative, mediocre, alarming Jesus sayings into four categories: apocalypticism, cult fanaticism, bad advice and bad theology, and the arrogant, egotistical Jesus we find in John's Gospel. And here are some verses that fit into three of these categories. John chapter 15, verses 5 and 6. I am the vine, you are the branches. Those who abide in me, and I in them, bear much fruit, because apart from me, you can do nothing. Whoever does not abide in me is thrown away like a branch and withers. Such branches are gathered, thrown into the fire, and burned. First, yes, this is the arrogant Jesus of John's Gospel, who also said, I am the bread of life, I am the resurrection and the life. Devout Christians may say, well, he was the Son of God, of course. Why wouldn't he talk like this? But if you don't start with this assumption, which you were taught as a toddler, which is based on these very verses, then this circular reasoning does not work. If you heard anyone else say these things, claiming to be a son of God, but you don't accept that, these quotes then come across as pompous bragging. The lengthy Jesus monologues, by the way, in John's Gospel are missing from the other Gospels. He was good at making things up. John wrote theology on steroids. Second, notice the cult fanaticism. I am the vine, and you are the branches. Apart from me, you can do nothing. This has always been the message of cult fanatics. They offer the only way. There's a threat to go along with it. If you don't do things our way, you'll be discarded, kicked out, thrown away like a branch. Where? Into the fire and burned. And then third, bad theology and bad advice. Apart from me, you can do nothing. This is part of the offensive bragging. It's a way of denying the value of persons. What an offensive thing to say. People have talents and capabilities and accomplishments that are independent of belief in God. Jesus was just dead wrong in this saying. Religions do a lot of damage when they take deadly aim at self-esteem. Come on, Christians, apart from me you can do nothing is shabby propaganda. Always remember that the gospel writers were propagandists. Their agenda was to promote the early Jesus cult. And the author of John's Gospel especially got carried away. Don't miss the revenge theology here. Those who don't behave as the cult expects will be thrown into the fire and burned. This is bad theology. It's nasty, vindictive theology. And it is definitely part of Jesus' message as scripted by the gospel writers. Christians today get carried away. They get fooled by the feel-good verses that preachers promote. God so loved the world that he gave his only son. Whoever believes in him will have eternal life. That's John 3:16, of course. But what about those who don't believe? Well, if you're not in the cult, you're out of luck. And also, please remember the last verse of John's 3rd chapter. Whoever believes in the Son has eternal life. Whoever disobeys the Son will not see life, but must endure God's wrath. The vengeful God of the Old Testament did not get a makeover when Jesus came along. He's right there in the words of Jesus.